What's up, money growers? Jacob back here with another video coming to you guys today to talk about something in the world of finance and credit and loans and all that kind of stuff. About something that, this is really huge. For some of you, if you want to get a personal loan of this size from Wells Fargo, this is a bank I've talked about before that I used to belong to. Some of you may or may not like Wells Fargo, but this is an option that you have available. If you're looking for a personal loan, you can get a personal loan up to $100,000 with Wells Fargo. So we're going to explore this a little bit, see if there's an option for some of you that you may want to explore in the future and utilize. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because we got a heck of a lot more to talk about in the future. Again, thank you to all of you down in the comments section that are helping each other out, answering each other's questions, and just doing what you can to apply the knowledge you have to help other people down there. So I appreciate you guys being so awesome and doing that as we jump into this video here, talking about personal loans that are available from Wells Fargo and things that you need to know, okay? Now, as we jump into this, okay, it says why get a Wells Fargo loan, all right? So one thing they do at Wells Fargo, they don't do co-signing, right? But they do a joint loan option, okay? And that can result to getting, a lower rate or even a higher loan amount. So if you don't know the difference, co-signer, like think when you're a teenager, right? Or you're looking for your to buy your first car, get your first apartment, right? And you have to have your parents co-sign for you because you really don't have any credit, right? So your parent is ultimately the one who's responsible. Or if you had a student loan, right? Parents plus loans, right? For student loans, right? They co-sign because ultimately they're responsible if you don't pay your car note, if you don't pay your rent, you don't pay the student loan back, they're responsible, their credit is on the line, okay? When it's a joint loan option, it's different because both people put their credit on the line. Both people are equally responsible for paying the loan and that kind of thing. So you have two people applying for one loan together, you can get a bigger loan, okay? So that's one thing that, you can look at if you are thinking about getting a loan from Wells Fargo is if you have someone you trust that you want to get a loan with, then you could do that, whether it's to start a business or, something along those lines or, to do a home remodel, whatever it is. Okay. Now, they also have loan funding that you can get the funding on the same or next business day. So you can get that money pretty damn quick if you need it. Okay. Now, they also are a huge bank, Wells Fargo is. They've been around, they grew a lot back during the Great Depression. So, they've been around, over 100 years. So a bank that big, have been around over 100 years. They've got a lot of different options when it comes to loans and different loan types. And they're obviously all across the country. So they have different loan types you can get across all 50 states, from Hawaii to New York to Alaska to Florida and everywhere in between. All right, so you get all kinds of loan options no matter what state you are living in here in the U.S., okay? Now, also, what they have are flexible repayment terms, all right? So, if you get a loan that's smaller, like, under $5,000, right? You can pay that off 1 to 3 years, right? Just depending on the terms, depending on the situation you're in. But if you want to get one that's $5,000 or more, you can go, like 1 to 7 years. You can go 12 months to 84 months on these. They do have some flexible options available to you. So being a bigger institution, sometimes they can offer those things that maybe smaller institutions may not be able to offer just because they are so big in that regard. Now, also, as we continue, like why get a loan from Wells Fargo, right? So $3,000 to $100,000 loans, that's it, 12 to 84 months. So 1 year up to 7 years. 12 months to 84 months. They also have no origination fee, okay? So that's like the one-time upfront fee that some lenders charge just for processing. I guess you'd call it like really processing fee, service fee, whatever you want to call it. That's a fee, all right, that Wells Fargo does not do, okay? And they also have no closing fee and no prepayment penalty. So no prepayment or no penalty for paying early, right? And no closing fee on top of these loans. So also, as we continue to look at this, now they do have some perks that are only available to people who are existing members. I was a member of Wells Fargo for, like 15 years or something like that. So if you are going to become a member, these are some of the things that you can get, extra perks, extra benefits just for being a member if you are going to get a loan like this from Wells Fargo, whether it's $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, or $100,000, right? Now, they do have a rate discount if you set up auto pay, okay? So if you're an account holder, you get anywhere from 1/4 to 0.5 percentage point discount, depending on the type of checking account you have with Wells Fargo. Now, the APR for these loans, anywhere from 5.74% up to 19.99%, okay, depending on obviously several different factors with your application, which we'll talk about a little later, the things that they need to see for you to be able to apply for a loan, okay? Also have a relationship discount of 0.25%. So this is to qualify for a customer relationship discount, you must have a qualifying Wells Fargo consumer checking account and make automatic payments from a Wells Fargo deposit account. Also, so you have online or phone applications for a personal loan from customers who have an existing account with them. If you don't have an existing account, you will need to visit a Wells Fargo branch. So you're going to have to go in person if you do not have an account with Wells Fargo. If you want to do it online or over the phone, you have to already have an account with them. You have to be an established member at Wells Fargo. Now, also, as we keep continuing to move on down here, so the loan offered, so, an unsecured personal loan, right? Now, these are some of the things you can use it for, okay? Debt consolidation, that's a big one for a lot of people, right? Whether it's, credit card debt, student loan debt, I guess car note, right? Whatever kind of debt you want to use it for, or a combination of all of those. So you guys know my experience. Mine is mostly with student loan debt. That's my big one, of paying off over $100,000 of that in my lifetime, okay? So you have debt consolidation. If you want to do a home improvement, right, which a lot of people were doing definitely during the pandemic. So home improvements, remodeling, auto repairs, right, to your car, medical bills. So, it could be something where it's more of an emergency situation where, maybe you did have some sort of medical issue, medical need, and you need to pay that off and get that taken care of. So it could be medical bills. Vacation expenses. If you want to take out a loan to go on vacation, people do that. And any other large purchase, right? Or any other purpose you choose to use it for. Okay. Now, also, there's no need for collateral for this. So like a house or a car, it's a big one for a lot of people. But things you cannot use this for, you cannot use this to buy a home. Okay, so you can't use this as in place of a mortgage or education-related expenses, all right? So those are things that you're not able to use this loan for, all right? So even if you get up to $100,000, which, you got to be in probably a pretty rural part of the country to get a home for less than $100,000 now, but you get the idea. There are some parameters which you can and cannot use this loan for. Now, things that you're going to need to apply for this, all right? Your social security number, right, or your ITIN, your individual taxpayer identification number. Contact information, right? They're going to want to see your gross monthly income, if you have a monthly mortgage or rent payment, whatever that is. Your employment status, your employer info, your pay stubs, a utility bill, and a form of ID, okay? All things that are pretty standard when it comes to, applying for a loan, right? So these are things that they're going to want to see from you. And then some of the other loans that you can get at Wells Fargo, if you don't want to do the personal loan, obviously have things like a home mortgage, right? You can get a mortgage loan through them. You get an auto loan or something like that if you're looking to get a new car or anything. So obviously with these loans, you're going to have to go through the same kind of process. They're going to see things like your ID. They're going to see what your income is, right? Because they want to see what your ability to pay off the debt is. They want to see what your income is, what your employment situation is like. They want to see how basically stable you are with your income, with your financial situation, because obviously they're going to be giving you a loan like this. They want to see how good the chances are that they are going to get paid back the money on this loan that they loaned you, okay? And with all of that being said, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So hopefully this was a helpful video to at least give you guys this option. Whether you like Wells Fargo or not, it is an option for some people to explore if they're looking for a loan for whatever purpose you may need it for, okay? People have different circumstances, different life situations, and it's just another option that you have for your financial situation if you are looking at maybe doing some kind of large purchase, whether it's an emergency, you need to pay something off, whether you're looking set to pay off a car, or maybe you're looking to do whatever you choose to do with this personal loan. But this is an option you have for yourself and to use if you choose to for your financial future. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel because there's definitely more to talk about. And until next time, keep growing your money.